Alright, back with the old wall for a bit, while the sun makes me look like I've never seen the sun. Anyway, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about Mean Girls 2. Now, I initially was trying to get this video up for, I guess they called it Mean Girls Day or whatever, because October 3rd. But no, I get busy and I'm a person. This is definitely an in-name only sequel, because you never hear every time I'm filming. Every time I'm filming, really. Alright. You never hear the names Regina George, any of those names, ever. I don't even think they even use the word fucking fetch, because obviously that didn't catch on. The movie starts out with kind of like narration, like a Disney TV movie kind of stuff. It starts off with that whole like, when it's weird to be something different, like one of those kind of narrations. The only cast member that's back is Tim Meadows, which, by now I guess he just needs a paycheck, so I get it. And of course it's one of those, like, she's not like other girls, because, she rides, like, her little moped scooter thing, and her dad's into, like, fixing up cars, so she knows about cars, because she's not like other girls. She's so different. She wears Converses with dresses. That kind of shit. And, like, her first day at school, like, she gets to, like, shop class, advanced shop class of all things, and the teacher looks at her and goes like, oh yeah, homework's over there, because you're a girl, why would you know about shop? And she's like, no, I'm a student here, and all the guys are like, who? A girl? In advanced shop class? What? So one of the girls has like a dog in her bag, in school, because that's allowed. That's the thing that always gets me when there's all these movies about, like, stuff that happens in high school and whatever not. It's always, like, these girls are wearing heels, spaghetti straps, bearing midriff, like, all that shit. And it's, like, there's so many, like, people who complain about school dress code of, like, the most minor things. And, yeah, I get it. It's movie magic, but it's, like, if you really want to try to have that high school feel, how about have these kids get stopped every 2 seconds for what they're wearing, You're wearing wristbands! No! Take them off, or you have to go home. Like, here I wrote down, awkward girl feeds dog vomits, girl throws bag, and dog away. So I'm guessing, like, the awkward girl, I forgot about this part, but I guess she feeds the dog in the bag, and then the dog pukes, and the girl's like, oh my god, gross, and just tosses away, because I have money and stuff. So then I wrote here, it feels like whomever made this never watched the first movie, only looked through Tumblr. Which, that's how it felt like the first 15-20 minutes or so of the movie. It feels like if you never actually watched the movie, and you just go on Tumblr, hit search Mean Girls, and you just see, like, the memes and all the, like, the GIF sets and all that shit, and you're like, oh, okay. Oh, we could totally make a sequel to this. This seems fun. And it's like, okay. So there's a rivalry between, like, the awkward girl that I mentioned before, and, like, this brunette chick, which I guess she's, like, the Regina George of their group. And the weird thing is, they're both rich as fuck. Because, the one girl, she has, like, the very preppy look to her. She's like, I have my bags, blah, blah, blah. But the awkward girl is like, oh, I messed up your bag. Here, take my Prada bag, because she has a Prada bag as well, which is fine, whatever. But the other girl's upset because she's like, oh my god, that's from, like, last season, that kind of shit. The awkward girl is driving, like, this fucking high-class car. That shit ain't cheap, and you're a fucking high school student. So it's like, whoa, the fact that no one's jacked that car before, like, how rich are these kids going to this school that you could just park your fucking expensive-ass fucking car and it's just there, I also find it funny, like, with a lot of these high school movies, and there's, like, the student parking lot and all that shit, like, I don't know, like, my school barely had a parking lot to, like, fit the teachers parking there, let alone the students. Brunette girl who's upset gets the awkward girl's car, like, covered in, like, with paintballs, and it's like, well, that sucks, because it probably dinged part of it, and that's an expensive car, so to fix it, and the paint job. And it's funny, because they just paintballed the car. They didn't, like, slash the tires, they didn't do anything, they just covered it with paintballs. And the awkward girl's like, oh my god, how am I gonna get home? I'm like, drive your fucking paintball-covered fucking car home. you know? And the main girl on her little scooter's like, come on, I'll give you a ride home, because apparently paintball's on a car means you can't fucking drive the car. The main girl takes the awkward girl home, and as she sees the house, which is fucking huge, and the main girl, like, who lives in, like, a regular suburban home, you know, is just like, God damn, you know? And then the awkward girl's dad, like, approaches her and is like, oh, hey, that's great that she finally has, like, a friend. And it's like, well, that's just kind of... But then, to, like, make matters worse, the dad's like, hey, how about if I give you this stack of cash so you can, like, pretend to be my daughter's friend so she can, like, build up a self-esteem. And here's a stack of cash, because I bet you need it, poor girl on a scooter, who I somehow probably feel like I know your background, because you probably want money to go to school. But here it is. And then the girl's, like, looking at the stack of cash, she's like, I guess, sure. You know, that doesn't come back to bite her in the ass later. Okay, so the main mean girl's name is Mandy. You know, because she probably dots her eyes with a heart or a smiley face or something like that. So yeah, Abby and Mandy both have a party on the same day. And they live right across the street from one another. Like, you see, like, a backstory thing of how, like, they used to be friends, but then, like, something happened and they're not friends anymore because they live across the street, and that one girl always gets stuff, like, the mean girl always gets better stuff than the other girl, even though they're both fucking rich. So if one kid has, like, oh, I have a bouncy castle, it's like, I have a bouncy castle, and was it, like, the fuck it was, like, obstacle course kind of shit. Like, oh, cool, you had a clown at your fucking birthday party? Oh, I have Diddy at my it was like that one-upping thing, you know? I think it's a little bit more of the parents than the kids, but fine. And I'm just letting you know that at the end, I just wrote, what the, like, that was ass. And then there's, like, this weird random thing about, like, oh, the old curmudgeon across the street has security cameras everywhere, just to let you know right now, because that, again, we're probably gonna not need to use that later. Like, the mean girl has a party, but then, like, the awkward girl, they were like, no, you throw a party the same day as her, and see who could get more people, like, that kind of bullshit. Like, Jesus, you know? And then, of course, like, the mean girl's upset because they're like, where's everyone? We gave, like, special invitations to, like, only these particular people, but they didn't come and no one showed up but, like, your small group of friends kind of shit. And then, of course, they notice across the street, the girl's having, like, her Gatsby party. And they were like, oh, yeah, you know, let's order pizza. And they noticed that pizza guy's taking a little long. And because one of the mean girls, like, gives money to the pizza guy to put, like, probably laxative or whatever shit in there to fuck with it. Then they decide, okay, never mind, pizza's out the door, and they immediately order Chinese food really quickly, and everyone's eating Chinese food. And then, like, one of the mean people are there, and it's like, oh, you got any food? And they're, like, digging in the trash, like, here's a slice of pizza, and they're like, thanks, yum, 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 yum. Oh, no. This is so stupid. It's so stupid. And then, you know, the movie ends with, like, a football game, and I'm not talking about the dudes, I'm talking about, like, the awkward girls versus the fucking mean girls in a fucking, like, flag football game. Like, what? It's like they couldn't figure out how to end the goddamn fucking movie. Of course, awkward kids are all like, we're not wearing proper footwear, just wearing Converses, and we all have to, like, pump our inhaler kind of shit. And the mean girls, like, it's like the main three girls, and then they're like, oh, cool, there's, like, that, like, Scandinavian, possibly Russian, like, possible Olympic athlete that goes to our school. Yeah, let's get her on the team. And also, there's this random, let's, like, these big fuck-off girls that somehow are in our school, let's get them on the team and play flag football to prove, like, who is the better person? Like, what? You know, like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. This movie is so stupid. It's so stupid. Why did they do, like, this is so stupid. There's so many, like, shitty sequels out there, and this one really kind of takes the cake on fucking shitty sequels. Like, it's dumb. Why did you make a fucking Mean Girls 2, and why did you think it was gonna, like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh my god. It's so dumb. If I haven't mentioned that already, Mean Girls 2, it's dumb. It's just, oh my god. I'm not like other girls. I ride a scooter. God, oh my god, and then, god, I'm not even done talking. I thought I was done talking. There's like one part where like she fucking is on her scooter, and I guess she didn't realize there was glue on it, so when she tried to get off the scooter, she's like, Hua! She actually makes that noise, falls over, and she's like stuck, like, to her scooter, like, chair, so then she had to like ride it into the school, into like the girls' locker room or something, and fucking Abby gives her like a art smock, but it looks like a skirt, and then everyone's like, oh my god, you're like so fashion forward. I don't know. It's so dumb. I don't know. It's I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.